24e leçon, 24th lesson, le passe-temps numéro 1. Le passe-temps, it means the pastime. Numéro means number. 1 is the number 1. The pastime number 1. Il y a un autre jour que nous avons oublié. Il y a is an impersonal expression meaning there is or there are. Autre, it means another. Jour means game. Que is a connector meaning that. Nous avons is the avoir verb in the present tense meaning we have. Oublié means forgotten. Now let us try to understand this oublié, how we got to that. For that, the original verb is er ending verb oublier, which means to forget. If I want to find its participle, if I want to say forgotten, for that the rule is the same for all the er ending verb. We will remove the r from the end. We will add an accent on top of e. So it will become forgotten. So the spelling would change to, oublier. R is removed and accent is placed on E. Meaning becomes forgotten. You can try this with all the ER ending verbs. Let us try another verb as well. For example, jouer, it means to play. Now I want to change to play into played. I'll remove the R from the end, put an accent on top of E. So I'll get jouer, which will become played. There is another game that we have forgotten. C'est le jeu de boule ou la pétanque. C'est means it is. Le jeu de boule, the game of bowl, or la pétanque. Pétanque is the name of the game. Remember, the sound of an is en, que is que, pétanque. Un jeu qui vient du sud de la France. A game, qui meaning that, vient, over here the original verb that is used is venir, meaning to come. A game that comes, du, from, sud means south, du sud de la France, from the south of the France. First we will have a look at the note number 1 because some new vocabulary is given. Le nord means the north, l'ouest means west, l'est means east, and le sud it means the south. So we have le nord, l'ouest, west, l'est meaning east, le sud meaning south. Remember that the south of France is often called as le midi, and the word midi it means midday. Now there was another word used over here which was qui, where you might have a doubt. See, usually qui as a question word it means who, right? For example, qui êtes-vous means who are you? But as a relative pronoun, when it is used to connect two sentences, and there it can mean who, that, or which. Let us see an example to understand this better. Je connais un homme means I know a man. L'homme vit ici. The man lives here. Now if I want to join these two sentences, I can join them using qui. I can say I know a man who lives here. Over here, even though it means who, many times it can also mean that or which as a relative pronoun. Secondly, there is another option which is having the same meaning, which is the word que. Que can also mean who, that, and which, and it is also a relative pronoun. So how to choose which one to use? For that, always remember that qui it replaces the subject of my second sentence. So if a word is repeated twice, anom is repeated twice over here. And I will have a look at the position of it in the second sentence. In the second sentence, this one, it is the subject, right? L'homme vit ici. The man lives here. L'homme, it is the subject. Now, in order to replace the subject of the second sentence, we will use qui. And what if over here it is a subject, so we are using qui. But what if I want to replace an object of my second sentence? In that case, I'll use que. Je connais un homme. Once again, je connais un homme qui vit ici. I know a man who lives here. So over here, qui is used to replace l'homme, which is the subject of the second sentence. Remember, after qui we always have a verb, never a subject, always a verb. Over here it is we, to live. So a jour qui vient, a game that comes, over here it means that, and right after it, as you can see, a verb is used, vient, which means come. A game that comes from south of the France. Partout où il y a un peu d'espace. Partout, it means everywhere. Où, it means where. Il y a, there is or there are, un peu d'espace. Un peu means little. De means of. Espace, it means space. Everywhere where there is a little of space. Vous voyez des joueurs de boules. Vous voyez. The original verb over here is voir, to see. With vous we have ez at the end. You see the players of ball. Joueur, it means players. Sorry. Qui joue dans les parcs ou sur la place du marché. Qui means who. Over here it is a relative pronoun, remember. Right after it we have a verb play. Qui joue dans les parcs. Dans is a connector meaning in. Who play in the parks or on the marketplace. Sur means on. La place du marché means the marketplace. C'est un jeu qui demande beaucoup d'habileté. It is a game that asks for beaucoup de means a lot of. Habileté means skills. A lot of skills. Beaucoup de concentration. Beaucoup de concentration. Now over here we have to focus on the pronunciation of concentration. En is always pronounced as on. Tion is pronounced as sion. So we get concentration. Et un peu de passion. A is a connector meaning and. Un peu de, a little of passion. A lot of concentration and a little of passion. Mais il y a un autre passe-temps en France. Mais il y a, over here there is a liaison, so the S at the end of mais is also pronounced. The word mais, it means but. But there is another pastime in France. Now, en has several meanings, but one of the meanings is that it is used to say in or to with a feminine country. Since France is a feminine country, we have used en to say in. Another example would be the country Italy. Italy is also feminine, so with that as well I would use en to say in or to. Or Italy, in Italy, or at Italy. On the next page, the translation is also given in case you want to read it once. Moving on to the next page, 91. Les gens le pratiquent, ils en parlent, ils le vivent à chaque moment. Les gens, again, en is pronounced as en. So, gens, and it means people. Le pratique. Pratique means to practice. Over here it is used as a verb and ent at the end of a verb is always silent. So we only pronounce till ka, pratique. Ils en parlent. Parle means to speak. Parler is the original verb. En, it means of it or of them. There is another usage of en. Il vivre, the original verb is vivre, to live. À chaque moment. For this word chaque, we have the note number 3. Chaque can mean each or every. For example, chaque jour, elle fait la même chose. Chaque jour, every day, she does the same thing. Over here, we are using this word le twice. Now we know that le is the masculine definite article meaning the, but it has another use as well, and it is a separate topic of grammar in itself, direct object pronoun. Let us go through it once. We have different types of direct object pronoun which are used to replace the direct objects. Me, it means me. Also, if your verb it begins with a vowel, me shortens to m apostrophe. Then we have te, meaning you, le, meaning him, la means her, nous means us, vous means you, les means them. So we have me, me, te, you, le, him, la, her, nous, us, vous, you, les, them. For example, let us try a sentence. I know them. For example, I am talking to my friends about lawyers, and I say that I know them. Maybe a bunch of lawyers, and I say that I know them. In that case, instead of repeating the word lawyers again and again, we just use them, which is our direct object pronoun. Direct object pronoun. Now in English, it is placed after the verb. After know, we are placing them. Whereas in French, we place it before the verb. So this would be the position of direct object pronoun. I would have to say je means I. For them, if I check, it is les. Je les connais. Connais is to know. Je les connais, I know them, or I them know. So the format will become subject plus direct object pronoun. Direct object pronoun plus verb. And then you can put the rest of the sentence as it is. Les gens le pratiquent, the people practice it. Over here, le, it doesn't mean him or her. Why is it used? Because over here above we are talking about bien, mais il y a un autre passe-temps en France. The word passe-temps is masculine. That is why we are using le. We don't have a word for it in French for a direct object pronoun. So instead we just check the gender of the word, whether it is him or whether it is masculine or feminine. Les gens le pratiquent, the people practice it. It, we are referring to the past time instead of repeating past time again and again. Ils en parlent, they speak of it. Ils le vivent, they live it in every moment. C'est means it is. La passion nationale, again Tion, pronounced as sillon. Numéro 1. Bien manger. Remember this combination IEN is always pronounced as IAN. AN is pronounced as on. ER at the end of a verb is pronounced as A, always. It is the national passion number 1. Eating well. Bien, it means well. Manger means to eat. Together we get eating well. On the next page, the translation is also given in case you want to read it once.